What's going on, boys and girls? It's your boy Lazy Lightsaber back at it again for another video today, and this one's going to be a doozy because it was just said that the expansion pack for the Nintendo Switch is coming out for $49.99 per year. So I'm just going to jump right into this video because I think that's a complete ripoff. You should not be paying $49.99 per year for the service. I'm not going to do it, and I'm just passing this on for you not to do the same thing, because I've been seeing a lot of YouTubers out there saying that, oh, it's not too bad, oh, it's 49, it's just 50 bucks. If you can't afford 50 bucks, then you need to go and do something else. Well, $50 is hard to come by, okay? It's still money that needs to be earned, especially nowadays. People don't have jobs. It's not like it used to be before COVID. You know, times have changed, and even if it was, you know, somewhat cheaper, it's still money that has to come out of your pocket. But they're also trying to make the excuse that what you're getting is value for that price, which in my opinion, it should not be 49 bucks. I'm just sorry. You get old Nintendo 64 games that you can play anywhere. Like, you don't have to have a Nintendo 64 to play these games. You can play them on your PC, on your Mac. I mean, there's so many other ways. If you have a 64, you can go ahead and play it if you have those old games. So there are many ways that you can play a lot of these old school games that are supposedly being remade on this expansion pack. And then you have these Sega Genesis games. Let's face it, nobody's getting this for the Sega Genesis games. That's a plus that they're throwing. If this expansion pack was $10 more, then that would be justifiable. $10 more for the entire year, so you're paying 30 bucks, right? Total for the whole thing. You're paying your 20 for the cloud backups, the online gameplay, and the SNES games. And then you're paying an additional $10 for these Nintendo 64 and Sega Genesis games. Now that is a fair deal. That is like, okay, that's fine. But you're telling me to pay 50 bucks on top of the 20 bucks? You're reaching close to Game Pass prices. And Game Pass, for me, it gives you good first-party games on the first day they come out, right on your Xbox, or on the cloud on my Mac, or on my iPhone for certain games that are cloud compatible. So that's a real value there, because you get a whole lot more. Plus you get a bunch of current games and 360 games, so you get a lot there for that price tag. But what Nintendo is selling is just a select handful of older games. Yes, there's 60 frames per second or whatever, but that doesn't matter. There's still old games that can be played anywhere, okay, on your Switch. And they expect you to pay 50 bucks for that. And then they had the audacity to say that there's an a family pack for the expansion pass, which is $79. And then people on YouTube were like, well, if you get 8 people and you divide those $80 by 8 people, you're dividing 80. I don't know 8 people that I would like to split this expansion pass with. So it would just literally be me paying for this, even with my family, which is still a ripoff. So it's not like we all know 8 people that happen to have Switches that are ready to break that down with us. And then you also have the whole thing where it's an account and who's the master account, who owns this account. Can you all play at once? I don't even know how that's gonna work. So it's already a huge mess when you have multiple Switches in one household, and then on top of that to add a second layer of this expansion pass. Hopefully they work that out so where if you do have a family and you buy the expansion pass, just each account gets it and it doesn't boot off like one person when the other one is playing, because that already to me sucks. Like, that $20 experience sucks. And on top of that, you're going to make it now $49.99 more. Do not do it. Do not buy this thing. I do not think it's worth it. And if we all stand up at the same time and say no, like Microsoft fans did when they try to raise the gold price, and what did Microsoft do? They put the price back where it was. So you see, you do have the power to say no, and companies will listen. Unfortunately, though, with the amount of stuff that I've seen online, yes, it's gotten a lot of hate, but there's also enough people willing to buy it as is. And then there's a side of fans that are okay with shelling out these $50 for a subpar Game Pass like experience that it's really not. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know right now, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not paying 1 cent until that price comes down. It's just not worth it. Will I be getting it since I have like the pass already and I could get it at a prorated way just on principle? I'm not doing it. It's just not gonna happen. So I'm hoping that you guys won't either, and we can all have a unified front and say, Nintendo, kick rocks. This is not cool. And hopefully they listen and drop the price. But I'm fearful that there's just too many shows out there, too many Nintendo shows that are already saying the price is fine, and they're gonna go ahead and cop this anyway. And even if it was $100, they would buy it just because it says it's from Nintendo and it's Nintendo. And don't do that. Don't buy something just because it says a specific brand, right? If you like the product and it's fairly priced and it does what you need it to, then of course. But this is not fairly priced. This is overpriced. So anyways, guys, I'm just trying to keep you up on games with all these things that are going around with this crazy Nintendo expansion pack BS. Don't forget to comment below as well and let me know how you feel. And let me know if you are a shill and you will be buying this, or if you have a little more common sense and you're going to go ahead and say no. Like this video as well. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Follow your boy on Twitter at lazylightsaber and on TikTok at lazylightsaber. You guys take care. May the force be with you. With